Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network here, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Brought to you by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Labor's Local 663, the Bank of Billings, Doak Propane, your shelter insurance agents from around the state, and Great Southern Bank. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol remind us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. Continuing with our previews of the Arvest Classic. We go to St. Louis area, and Lafayette Lancers head basketball coach Bryan Keim. Coach Keim, thanks so much for your time today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
You bet. First year there as the head coach at Lafayette. What's the experience been like so far, even though you're 0-0 right now?
It's been good. I was fortunate to get in this summer with a lot of these guys, use our contact days. I've been with a lot of them throughout the fall as well. So we've been around each other enough to kind of really understand who we are, what the expectations are. I told these guys from the very beginning, it's more about building a culture for the future. And I'm very fortunate also to have some talented, pretty darn good athletes in this program. So that helps out a lot as far as building the culture goes.
Well, Coach Keim, tell us a little bit about your background, where you went to high school, college, and how you ended up at Lafayette.
So I'm a Northeast Missouri guy, born and raised in Ellsbury, Missouri, where I graduated from in 2003. And then got to go back to my alma mater and coach for a few years. Was very fortunate as a coach and a player to both get to go play in a state tournament. I think my junior year in high school, we played in the state championship and lost to Lutheran North. And then as an assistant coach on the staff, we played in the state tournament. I think we finished fourth, but was very fortunate to get to do both as a player and a coach. Got my first head coaching job at Bowling Green, Missouri. I was the girls basketball coach for 2 years up there. And then was fortunate enough to move a little bit closer to home and got the boys basketball job at Winfield High School, which was kind of weird because in high school, Winfield was a huge rival of ours. And so it was weird moving in, putting a W on my shirt, but I was there for the last 6 years. And then the Lafayette job opened up, reached out to the athletic director, John Sumner, and here we are.
Coach, I know you don't know a lot about last year's team, 14-14, I believe they were right at 500. As you look at that group, what did you have to replace off of that team, or do you have a lot of guys back? Just kind of tell me the balance of your team.
We really only returned 3 lettermen, I think, from last year's team. They were a senior laden squad. Had some ups and downs throughout, but was a talented group. But it's kind of also the beauty of me coming in at year one is I'm not really taking over a whole lot of previous experience, I guess you'd say. We all get to kind of figure this out together this season. So that's going to help us a lot. I think moving forward, it's going to help with the culture moving forward. But I think we returned 3 lettermen, Malik Hampton, Jack Clark, and Matt Jones. I think we have 5 seniors and 6 juniors on our roster. So I'm pretty excited about that. I think it's the first year as a head coach that I've never had a sophomore or freshman on my varsity roster. So that'll be fun for me.
It will indeed. It will indeed. Well, Coach, your first experience with the Arvest Classic here in Springfield, Missouri, Coach Lanny Cornish at Parkview puts it on. It's a great event. What are you looking forward to about getting out on Thursday? It'll be your first game as a head coach at Lafayette. What are you anticipating?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious that once you practice with each other for a month straight, you're kind of ready for some new blood, some fresh competition. We played in a jamboree about a week and a half ago, so that was nice. We got to kind of figure out where we were, saw some flaws, saw some strengths. We've been building on that, and hopefully we're able to just come out and perform a little bit on Thursday. It's probably not ideal to play back to back right off the rip, but at the same time, it's going to be fun. We get to travel, we get to stay in a hotel, experience kind of that college life a little bit. So I think we're all pretty excited about going.
Hey, good food. If you look forward, whenever I was traveling, hey, have food. Scoreboard guy will travel. Have you looked at what your options are there? I know Arvest will take care of a lot of your meals for you.
Yeah, all I've heard about is how good the food is. I talked to Coach Cornish a little bit in the weeks leading up here, and he's spoken highly of how well Arvest takes care of everybody. They haven't released the food items per se, but I think the expectations are high just based off what people have been telling us.
You bet. We've got three young men there behind you. You want to introduce them, and I'll visit with them a little bit.
Yeah. So over my right shoulder here is senior Jack Clark. In the middle, junior Matt Hefner, and then all the way on the left here is senior Matt Jones.
So, well, we'll start with Jack Clark, a familiar name there if you're a baseball fan in the
Yeah,
St.
that's who I
Louis
was
area.
named after.
Really?
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, what position you play, and what your roles and responsibilities are, Jack.
So I am a center. I played. This is my third year with the squad, and I played AAU last summer with Arsenal Hoops. My role with this team is as a senior to help rebuild our culture and bring Lafayette back to its winning ways. I'm super excited for what we got this year, and we got a great group of guys.
Now, is this your first experience with the Arvest Classic?
No, this isn't. This will be my second time going down.
Okay, so you went 2 years ago.
Yes, sir.
As a sophomore. I was there. I covered that, and I thought Lafayette was there, but I was not for sure. What are you looking forward to about this trip?
I'm really excited to get to go down there with the guys. It's a great team building experience, and the competition there is great. There's nothing like it. And getting to play in the great environment that's there, it's something that I'm really excited to get to do with these guys.
All right. Well, Jack, hey, thanks so much for being part of the show. And we'll look at the first of two Matts. We'll visit with Matt. Tell us a little bit about your role, responsibilities on the team.
So I'm a junior. I swung varsity as a sophomore, and this year really just trying to play team basketball. Honestly, last year a little bit of selfishness, so we're just trying to get back to being a team out there.
You bet. Looking forward to coming to the Arvest Classic in Springfield.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. It's my first time, so excited
Very
to.
good. What have you heard
About the tournament?
Yeah.
Good competition. Fun to bond with the guys. That's about it.
Yeah. You know anything about Fayetteville? Have you guys got to see any film on Fayetteville?
That's tomorrow.
Not quite yet. Tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Well, very good. Well, hey, Matt, thanks so much for being part of it.
Thank you very much.
And got back-to-back Matts here. I believe this is Matt Jones. Matt,
Yes,
thanks
sir.
for being part of the show. And
Yes, sir.
what position do you play, and what are your roles?
I'm a senior. I've been in the program for 4 years. I can like to say I can play it 1 through 4. I think my role is just to be the best leader I can be and just show these young guys like how to be a leader and what winning looks like and just work ethic and all that kind of stuff to, like Coach Keim said, build the Lafayette program for many more years to come.
As you look forward to this weekend, are you looking forward to just back games? I mean, what's that? That's going to be a challenge.
Yeah, definitely. We've been doing a lot of conditioning, so I think we're ready for it. I think we definitely will be ready for it, and it's our first game, so I think we're going to come out firing, not holding back on anything. So I think we'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. Jack's told me stories when he was a sophomore about just like on the court and off the court stories about this tournament. So I'm looking forward to it.
Very good. Well, Matt, thanks so much for being part of the show, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys there on Friday because that's when they host the luncheon and have food. School board guy will travel.
Yes, sir.
Coach Keim still available? There you are, Coach.
Yes, sir.
What are you planning to do the rest of the week? When are you guys heading out? When do you hope to be here?
We got practice today, a little morning shooting tomorrow morning. Practice again tomorrow afternoon. And you talked a little bit about film. We'll talk a little Fayetteville tomorrow, watch a little film. And then Thursday morning, I think the kids are going to go to school. They'll be in class we have block scheduling, so they'll be in their first block, and then we'll get them out of class, get on the bus, and then head our way down. I think we plan on stopping about halfway to try to break up the ride a little bit, but we're anxious, man.
Yeah, I don't know where the halfway point, but probably Lebanon, between Lebanon and Rolla, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, we're not going to be very picky, just somewhere we can get out and stretch our legs.
Hey, you bet. Well, Coach Keim, thanks so much for being part of the show here today and helping us preview the Arvest Classic coming into Springfield and hosted by Parkview High School.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us, and we're excited to be down there. We'll see you shortly.
Hey, you bet. You're watching and listening to the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Keep it right here.